so we still have the louvers for it. They didn't throw that out. But what I think I'm gonna do is like put a black over the top, put some LED lighting here, and I was gonna put a fan back in and just glass over this so you can see, because I mean it worked until the day I bought the house, but the last contractors threw the fan out. But
oh, that'll look really
cool.
I
want to like
make it functional, but also make it look really neat.
Yeah. It won't work anymore because when they redid the roof, they got rid of the hood or the vent along the ridge line. But it it's an original thing that what they did before they had electricity and air conditioning. So
Right?
Yeah.
Very cool. I'm glad you're going to do that.
All right, so you ready?
Adding a bathroom to a historic home is not quite as easy as it might sound.
So we are in what will be the master bathroom, because back in the day they didn't really have that. They had one, maybe two bathrooms if you're lucky. This house was built before plumbing was a thing. So here, in order to add this, we had to pull this flooring up and make sure that we have enough room to drop this. In most of your modern houses, all your plumbing is stacked, which means it's all along one wall so they can run everything together. Well, in this house right now, all the plumbing is over on the other side of the house.
That's right.
So, and we are standing over the front porch. So we're not even inside the house over here right now. So to be able to have enough drop and have everything, we had to pull the floor up and make sure. We have to get really creative with this one. And so it often begs the question of, is it worth it to add the master bathroom or not?
And that's where your handy dandy historic home realtor comes in. We start looking at comparables and help make sure that you understand what the value is going to be, the value add after you add that bathroom. So we're going to show you downstairs what we're standing over so you can see the complexities of adding this plumbing. I'm Katie Anderson with Keller Williams Realty Gulf Coast.
And I'm Ashley Powell, your historic home restorer.
Thanks for joining us again for the next episode of the Barcelona Renovation Project. So here we are standing right underneath that bathroom that we were just in. And Ashley's going to show you what some of the complexities are with rerouting plumbing, adding plumbing, and getting approval.
So as we said, there's no wet walls on this side of the house. But because we're moving the kitchen over here, we can, if we get creative, run the plumbing over there and get it vented. However, because this is historic, all that comes with approval from the city, where you have to submit all of our plans, everything like that. But then it doesn't stop there. Once we come up here, I have to figure out how to drop the plumbing from here into there. So I've got a couple different creative design solutions. I'd love to hear if y'all have any ones or any thoughts about what I might do to get the toilet plumbing from there to in there.
So in the last episode, we were talking to you about salvage materials. And in this episode, we've been talking to you about adding a bathroom and how that's a little more complicated than you might think, depending on where you're going to put it. And so we're kind of adding in some salvage materials in with this bathroom episode.
Yeah, so there's an original cast iron tub that we're keeping with the house, and I have these cast iron sinks that we're also going to use and put back in the house as well. These are kind of hard to find these days. A lot of times they need to be refinished, which, as you can see, these
and
do.
I see broken handles and
So normally, if you know what you're looking for, you can kind of find these for a steal. And then they're going to be a really cool classic piece to go back into the bathrooms in the ADU and in the main house.
So you didn't find these in that house. These are items that you've collected over the time and just held on to them for the right renovation project. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
And what do you do to restore these?
So with these, it starts with taking off all of the old hardware first, making sure we have all the proper mounting brackets, because we just lifted this. It's pretty heavy, right? So we want to make sure we can properly secure it.
Sure.
And then the next thing we do is if there's any chips or things like that, those have to get Bondo filled, which, along here. This will be reglazing, which is very similar to painting. They'll come in and they'll repaint it once everything is done. But if there's any massive, dents or dings on them or anything like that, those have to get repaired first, and then they come in and repaint everything.
That way, when it's been reglazed, you don't see all of those divots and dings. It
Correct.
looks like it's in its original condition.
Yep.
Oh, very fun. I love that. Hey, so when Ashley talks about getting things approved, you have an architectural review board. We all fondly call them the ARB. And the reason why they're here is because they want to preserve the integrity of all of our historic homes. So sometimes it's a little bit of a hassle to get things run by them and get your materials and your colors approved. But anything at all that happens on the exterior of the house, like rerouting this plumbing, because it will change the shape and structure that you can see from the outside from the road of the front door to get that plumbing in. But they're also going to approve colors, materials, anything that you do to the exterior of a home. They want to approve it and make sure that it matches the integrity, the architectural integrity that the home was originally built for, and just the integrity of the neighborhood. You want to talk a little bit about what you're going to do with the exterior?
Yeah, sure. So kind of like an HOA, they have a set of colors that you're allowed to paint the house and not allowed to paint the house. Funny enough, white is not an authorized color in most historic districts because it wasn't an actual color back in the day, because they couldn't make white in high enough quantities with the different ways that they used to make white. But nowadays, with this ARB, if your house is white, they will allow you to repaint it white or touch up the white as long as you can prove it. We will have a touch of white. I'm definitely keeping the blue ceiling here, but the other two colors I'm going to keep as a surprise.
Oh, we're just going to have to wait and find out. I don't even know what color she's choosing. So this haint blue, having blue ceiling, a lot of people don't know this is a real great Southern tradition that I think is just sweet and fantastic. A lot of people think that it's just to try to keep the wasp nests and the bugs off, but it's not really what it is. What's it for?
So it actually dates back to an old Southern tradition, like you said, where it was to ward off evil spirits and ghosts. And the thought behind it is that it looks like either the sky or the ocean, and they get confused and can't enter the home. So as you drive around the South, you'll often see ceilings of porches, front doors, shutters, everything in haint blue.
And the ARB will approve various colors of haint blue in your ceiling because it's just such a Southern charm tradition.
It is.
We're going to sign off here. Thank you for watching episode 4 of the Barcelona Renovation Project. Again, if you have anything that you want us talking about in future episodes, please drop a comment below, and we hope you follow this all the way until it hits the market.